There are a lot of options when it comes to increasing your armor in Wasteland warfare. The three types of armor are standard armor, power armor, and clothing. Not all clothing will typically add to your armor's value, but would instead buff a stat or modify a skill roll. But in some cases, it will increase a base armor value. The type of armor will be displayed by an icon in the upper left. You can only have one piece of armor and one piece of clothing equipped at any time. You can carry multiple armor items, but you must declare which armor and clothing is equipped at the start of that model's activation. Armor will replace the values listed on the unit's card, while clothing adds to it. Wave 9, the Nuka World expansion from 2024, changed the way armor works from the original rules. They removed the base armor value for most units, and you need to purchase items to have an armor value. To compensate for this, they made most units cheaper across the board. If you are playing solo or co-op, you can choose which armor rules to use. I prefer the old system, so most of my games will use that. It doesn't really alter gameplay, it just makes list building more important since you have to address the issue of whether or not to spend the caps needed to give your units armor. Armor and clothing can be unique, represented by a Vault Boy icon in the upper right. Unless stated by a card, a force can only contain one of these items. If an item is only equipable by certain units or factions, it will say so on the card or have a faction icon in the lower left. The center of the card will have icons and a numerical value that show how much armor it protects against for a given damage type. The three damage types are physical, energy, and radiation. A dash means that it offers no protection, and an X means that the unit is immune to that damage type. Clothing will have what benefit the item provides or how much it adds to the unit's base armor. Power armor will have two sides, undamaged and damaged, along with what stats are buffed and the increased armor values that will replace the unit's base values. I will go into depth on power armor in another video.